I am excited to bring to you guys today some cute little spooktacular treats for our breast cancer awareness event. A lot of fun things to do with your kids that aren't necessarily super crazy involved, but are really fun and exciting. A funny little story this morning. I was talking to my 7-year-old and I said, honey, what do you remember that mommy has made in the past that is really exciting for Halloween that you can remember that you want to make as a Halloween treat? And she goes, oh, duh, popcorn balls, mom. And I had to laugh because that's so funny. That is a treat that I always remember as a kid. And my aunt used to make popcorn balls, and they used to actually pass those out as trick or treat things. Do you guys, anybody remember that? You have to put it in the comments if you do. But when I was little, we used to get that as a trick or treat. We'd say trick or treat, and they would put in a plastic baggie, they would put a popcorn ball in the bag. When I was a little kid, I remember that. And now today, they'd be like, oh, this lady put a homemade something in our bag. And everybody would be like, it's homemade. So it's so funny how times change and things change. But to me, farm to table, I'm very old school. And that's just me and my heart and soul. Old school is important to me. And I think that's kind of where Tupperware sticks with me, is this very, the traditions and remembering grandma and my mom always having Tupperware, and it really sticks with me. And I just love the product. I remember it being in my family for generation after generation, and remember how much fun it was being in the kitchen and always wanting to be in the kitchen, cooking and doing things just like my mom and grandma. And Tupperware was always there with that. So it's really important to me to pass that along. And it was really funny about those popcorn balls this morning. So I didn't do popcorn balls as a treat, but I did bring a couple of other fun things that are a little bit newer aged that I found on Pinterest, or you can Google. There's all kinds of different treats and different ideas. But Tupperware makes that a really fun and easy because there's so many different tools and things that we have to make baking and making these fun treats in the kitchen fun and easy for you to do with your kids. So some of the fun things that Ashlyn, my daughter, and I did today were these little these little guys. These are little marshmallows. They're little Frankenstein guys. Now you could totally do a lot more detail, but we kept it simple. These are just little marshmallows, and we dip them in chocolate. Colored chocolate is green colored chocolate. We put eyeballs on them, and then regular colored chocolate on the top. And you could bring this down on the side and like make a little zigzag to make him look like it has a little more zigzaggy of hair on the top. But this is just what we did, and it was fun. And that was good enough for us. Looks like a little monster eye. You could add a little mouth and a little band-aid over on the side of his head and jazz it up a little bit better. But that was good enough for us. And I thought that these guys looked kind of fun. And then we did Oreo cookies, and we just drizzled a little bit of, these are the spooky kind. So they have the orange filling inside the Oreo. And then we have our white chocolate that we drizzled on top, and we added a couple of eyeballs so they look like mummies. So that's simple and easy. Okay. And then we did these little ghost strawberries. Isn't that cute? All you do is literally take a strawberry and you dip it in your melted chocolate, and then you put it on our silicone and you kind of like drag it a little bit, and then you let it dry, and then you just make the eyeballs and little mouth with your chocolate instead of the white chocolate, and you have a chocolate covered strawberry ghost. Or you could cut the top off and turn them upside down and make them look like this guy, like I did there. So you can do them two different ways. And then the other thing too is I just added these because if you want to make a little snack board and you're like, you know what, I'm really not that crafty. You don't always have to make homemade things. They do have things that you can get from the store to make a cute little craft board for the kids, or a, snack board, whatever you want to call it, like the little worms and things like that that you can add. So I just added those on there to show you guys. Now, these are amazing. Lori was talking about our Clearly Elegant. These are kind of like a bowl, but these are really neat. I'm not going to say it right, and I wasn't going to try, but I guess I'm going to. The charcuterie board or charcuterie boards are really super hot and popular, especially for the holiday seasons coming up. That's another thing I remember from a kid. How many of you remember the cheese balls? Like every time there was a holiday event, somebody was making a different kind of cheese ball and crackers and all that stuff. Remember that? So for some reason now it's like, what would be the really cool thing to take to a party? Duh, a cheese ball. So this would like be so cool to make some kind of crazy weird cheese ball that nobody's seen in like ages, and crackers around it, and put that all inside of here, this beautiful, Clearly Elegant piece of Tupperware that comes with a seal, and lay this out. It's plastic, it's the Tupperware. It's not going to break. It looks like glass, very classy, and very, very nice to have. I have multiple because when I have family over, one is for the cheese and the crackers, one is for the nuts and the grapes and strawberries and things like that. And then I have another one for like the treats, the sweet stuff, so you want to have multiple, and you can have one for dips, your taco dip. How nice is it to take taco dip somewhere, your layered taco dip? So you can have your taco dip in one. It's beautiful walking in and laying that out on the table and taking the seal off and not have to have your saran wrap. You have a nice seal. And then you have another one that you put your chips inside of and lay that out on the table. So these are amazing. If you don't have one of these or a couple of these, you might want to pick these up. So there's a couple of those snacks. And then we also did these. These are really, really super fun. Check these out. These are little witches brooms. And seriously, all it is a little piece of chocolate. It's a Reese cup turned upside down and a little pretzel stick. And it looks like a little witch's broom. Super simple, super easy. Ashlyn had a blast making these. Okay. And then this, look how adorable. It's a little bone. They look like little skeleton bones. Isn't that cute? And of course she threw we have little worms in there too, but these little bones are adorable. And I'm going to show you how I made those. All it is a little pretzel. And then you put two little mini marshmallows on the end of it, and you just dip it in white chocolate. And so I use our microwave pitchers, and I left everything in here. It's kind of hardened now, but I use these. They go right inside of the microwave, and you can melt your chocolate inside of here. These are nice because they are a measuring pitcher, but they also go in the microwave. So if you have your butter, this goes right on top of the other one, and it's hardened, so it's not going to spill. But this goes right on top of here, so you can cover it up. And you can melt your butter inside of the microwave. If you need just a little one, you can use the little side, you can use the bigger side. I believe this is your 2 cup, and this is the 1 cup. They pour very super nice and easy. You don't have to, just like Pam was talking about our vent and serve, it's not going to ever damage. You don't have to worry about ever chipping, cracking, peeling, breaking. Same thing. These are amazing. So you might want to pick up a set of these. This is great when it comes to making candies and things like what I'm doing here. And then our amazing silicone forms. This is our little round. So this is neat for doing your little layered cakes. It's so much fun to make all different colored cakes and layering them on top if you're baking with your little ones, or making different fun little birthday cakes, different Halloween cakes, any different holidays. These are nice to have for those layered cakes. We have the round one. Of course, every holiday can always have cupcakes. These are amazing for cupcakes. They're silicone, so you can, squish it up and store it in a cupboard in any container or whatever you have, just like this. And then look at that. It's absolutely perfect all over again. Perfect muffins every single time, perfect cupcakes every single time, non-stick. So you can either use a muffin paper or not use a muffin paper. It's totally up to you. This is great for all of those different holiday treats. And then this is what I really used for all of the treats that I did here. You can put this on a cookie sheet and everything just peels right off of here. This is our, you can bake your cookies right on top of here. There's little measurements on here for your different, just to space things out. And this rolls up for easy storage, just like the rest of the silicone, and very nice and easy, cleans up very nice, all non-stick. So if you don't have one of these in your kitchen, you might need a couple, because I know you use more than one cookie tray when you're baking your holiday cookies. That is really nice. And those chocolate covered strawberries peel right off of there nice and easy. And then of course, you're gonna have leftover supplies and you're gonna want to store them. So here in our permanent station in our cupboards for our dry goods, we have our modular mate system. This is a whole system that goes, you can buy piece by piece, that goes into our cupboard. And these are very nice because when you go and buy those expensive chocolates that you're going to melt and use for your candies, you know that the next time you go to use them, you don't have to go buy all brand new stuff, because the stuff that you had from last time, that white chocolate, the green chocolate, whatever, is going to be nice and fresh, ready to go for that next holiday or next event that you're going to be making the chocolates for, because you have the leftovers stored in a great, amazing, fresh place in the cupboard. There's great labels. Oh, here's our worms. See, we have beautiful labels that you can purchase online on Amazon that look very sharp and very classy. If you don't want to label it cookies, you can put sardines, so that way nobody eats all the cookies. No, I'm just kidding, but that's a good idea, right? And so you can get all your cookies in here, and it's not like ripped half open and then the cookies go stale. It keeps everything nice and fresh inside your cupboard. And marshmallows, all those marshmallows during camping season. This is great for the campers. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed all of those fun little treats. And now I have a trivia question for you. True or false? Okay. Antiperspirants can cause cancer. True or false? Put your answer in the comments. And thank you guys. Happy Halloween. And make sure you get your breast exams. Back to you, Pam.